So, hi Cancer, I believe we are live. So I'm just going to get the right screen up. Right, so this is messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. If you haven't checked out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, go and check out the one that applies. The messages so far have been interesting. Right, so the messages are for awakening, ascension, self-love, love, messages from spirit in general. Sometimes personal messages will come out from spirit loved ones. Sometimes I might not even realise that, so just pay attention. Definitely let me know in the comments. And you're going to get a raw and real sweary rebel deck message at the end too. Right, so Cancer, what have we got coming up for you? Well, there's a lot. Mercury retrograde has just, we've just came out of Mercury retrograde rather today. So we're still going to be in the shadow of that. So I'm sure you're having a hard time with that. Understatement of the century. We're in Cancer season for another wee while there. That's a pretty rough on all of us. But I'd imagine, you know, you are Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. So you'll be used to feeling all the feels. And there's nothing wrong with feeling all the feels. Cancer is a beautiful, very psychic, intuitive, feminine, beautiful, mothering, loving sign. But it can also be rough with too many feelings there. And it's also a sign of depression, which, you know, not a lot of people say, but it's a sign of sleep, tired, rest, self-care, self-love, often not looking after yourself enough and looking after others too much, I might add. And also, what else was coming to me there? It was just Mercury. Oh yeah, the new moon. As if that isn't like all the feels enough. We've got the next new moon on the 20th of July. It might be different parts of the world, you know, different dates, different parts of the world. It's on the 20th of July, and I know that because I just pulled a card from one of the other signs and it reminded me it was the 20th. So new moon in Cancer, and it's the second new moon of this year. The last new moon was also in Cancer, but that was an eclipse. It was life-changing, so that was ushering in 6 months of a focus on the home, which is why I've said, not in any of these videos mind you, but it's why I've said previously, I really do feel there will be a further lockdown coming soon. But anyway, thought it'd get controversial, but again, you're not alone. So again, this card to me tells me already that you could feel like you are alone sometimes. You could feel like you really are going through a lot of shit and nobody else is. But again, that very much feels like I'm talking about spiritual awakening right now. It feels like I'm talking about dark night of the soul in particular. And like I said, I really do feel whether you went through your dark night of the soul yet or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to feel like you're going through one again, because it's really so many feelings. And like I said, you know, to me, the sign of Cancer, you know, it's to do with the 4th house, and the 4th house is to do with the lower part of the chart. It's to do with trauma. It's to do with suppressed feelings. So a lot of healing the past is coming up, and it's with all my clients, especially clients that have got Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, particularly Cancer. Some people have been going through such a difficult time, but a really empowering time of stuff coming up from the past to be healed. So, you know, you do have all my love, and I think I might want to read this one from the book. But look, before I read it from the book, she's getting in touch with her own power there. She's getting in touch with, perhaps I'm seeing this like, this could either be seen that this is an inner child, and you're contacting your inner child to bring those parts of you back together. If you feel like you need some inner child healing, I have got an inner child healing soul retrieval on my YouTube there. If you don't feel like that's strong enough, but people have got loads from it, you know, it may be the case that booking a soul retrieval for yourself personally would be a good idea. Again, if you're drawn to me, there's lots of other shamans in the world, but you're watching this for a reason, you know what I'm saying? I also do feel for some people this is you getting in touch with a future self. So there's a couple of things going on there for different people. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. And I really do feel for a lot of, you know, Cancer people there, you have been really missing that connection. You've been missing hugs. You've been missing getting tongue-tied too, missing physical connection with friends. You know, you do love to mother and nurture people, and you know, you've only been able to do that with the people in your household, if indeed there is anyone even in your household. So if you're somebody that's got a Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising, and you've not been able to really have that physical contact, cuddles with anyone, I really do feel you'll be struggling. So hopefully you're in one of the parts of the world that is out of lockdown for now. Right, so here's the message of you're not alone. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, definitely for Cancer placements, because it's about like retreating in your shell. as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra and find it hard being human. My God, I think all of us are there right now. Listen, I knew I was preparing to be, you know, a starseed, whatever, Blu-ray, wearing the blue too is my favourite colour, work Archangel Michael, all of that jazz. I knew I was here to do all of this, but I'm finding it tough too, you know what I'm saying? Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than spend their time in meaningless conversations. By the way, my crown chakra is going nuts here, so I really do feel you're getting activations to the crown chakra in your sleep. But again, remember, spirit do work for me in that way. So if you're new to me and you don't know that, if you do feel that you've had some sort of buzzy feeling, they're activating you through this video right now. So again, I really do feel that's happening for at least someone for me to be saying that, because it literally feels like a massager thing on my crown chakra here. Right, so many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. True. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need love, company, and support of others, especially Cancer placements, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media, and with so many people knowing our news, what is it doing to our auric field? So again, you might feel yourself wanting to retreat from social media for the rest of Cancer season there. If you want my opinion on that, which is actually Spirit's opinion, because they're using me right now as their mouthpiece, I would trust that. I would go with that, because Cancer is about retreating, and as the closer as we get towards the end of Cancer season, you're certainly going to feel like doing a bit of retreating, because trust me, when the sun dances into Leo season, it's party. Do you know what I mean? So just retreat while you can right now, because you'll be getting invited to here, there, and everything. As long, you know what I mean, you'll be getting invited to social events left, right, and centre, if we're going to be allowed to be doing that by then. Again, we'll see. So where did I get to? Yeah, commonly we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need to, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby, or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life, those you truly know? And it says, how can you reach out to people in your life physically? So I really do feel now that, you know, most places are coming out of lockdown, it's about connecting with those you genuinely feel, you know, you have a true, authentic connection with, and kind of probably drop in the connections that feel a bit fake. That's really what's coming to me. Again, I'm a Aries Sun, Venus in Aries, and that's what's coming through right now. And your self-love message, wow, your self-love message is actually the message I'm sure I got for Aries, but it's about moderation. So again, it's the same message. It's about, for some of you, it's about not isolating yourself so much and reintegrating and getting back in touch with your friends where you're allowed to. There's always ways around that, guys. Just saying, read into that what you want. Socially distance coffee and all that. But again, you're allowed to do that now. So where I am, but it might not be where you are. But again, use your common sense is all I'm saying. For others, it's about don't push yourself to socialise where you actually still need to retreat. And I've told this story in a couple of other times so far about, you know, I've been invited to a couple of things. Some things I've went to, some things I haven't. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go when I'm feeling like it, but I was feeling like it leading up to it, and I was like, actually, I'm so exhausted. This isn't going to do my energy any good, and I haven't regretted it. So you really do need to tune into that, and it's not necessarily about the people that you're going to be spending time with, because in this case, it was like some of my best friends, but it was just, I'm not really in the mood for a group thing right now. I really need to be alone. And again, because I've trusted that, I've had the energy to film these 12 zodiac sign videos, which I've wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? And that was more important to me, to be honest, because I can see my friends at any time. Right. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So again, that message is an additional message for whoever needs to hear it about, you know, make sure that you're not overeating at this time to compensate your feelings. Make sure that you're not undereating either, because that could be a thing. Because remember, Cancer, you are to do with food. you're to do with food, rest, self-care, and that's all the stuff that's coming through. And this 2-week period is going to cover the new moon in Cancer. You really do need to be looking after yourself right now. And the moderation thing, the message was also coming through about just making sure that you look after your energy. Where you need to be with people, be with people. Where you need to be alone, be alone. Cancer is more so about being alone and retreating than being with people. And if you are with people, it's about being with your nearest and dearest. People that feel like family, people that are family, people that are your nearest and dearest. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? There's something about eating here though. Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it's, guys. Again, everything in moderation there though is the strong message. What is the romance messages for Cancer? So either people that are in a relationship or people that, you know, want to be in a relationship with someone, whether they know who it is or not. Very interesting, because the time while I'm talking, it's going to get to 144. 144 is connected to twin flames. So I really do feel it's going to be a strong twin flame message for the Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements there. And the message is power. Well, this is a message that was for the sign before you. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what is the message? The message here is remember your power, remember your sovereignty. You know, just remind yourself that, you know, you don't need to do anything against your own free will, whether that is in the wider context of the government's guidelines, you know, within reason, or whether that is, you know, somebody else peer pressuring you into doing something. You know, do you know what? It's really, this might be a bit controversial, but I'm feeling like this is around like wearing masks and stuff. I'm feeling like this is about kind of like, you know, perhaps somebody watching this feels really strongly, you know, about not doing that. And it's not about, you don't need to be some big rebel or anything. Like, you know, in the case of me, I'm just, you know, making sure that I'm doing all my shopping online. And I do a lot of my shopping online anyway, but it's just kind of like I can't pop next door for a pint of milk. I could if I wanted to wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask, so I'm not going to do that. I got the long life milk in, you know, I made sure I stocked up on things I knew I was going to run out of. And if worst comes to the worst, you know, my mum or dad or someone will pop to the shop and get a loaf of bread or a pint of milk for me, like I say, because they're happy to wear the mask, that's fine, I'm not, you know what I mean? So it's about something like that, like standing by your beliefs. Again, I wouldn't be forcing someone to go to the shops regardless, but if they're going to be going anyway and they're happy to do that, then I've got people that love and care about me, respect my wishes and my beliefs, and they'll do that for me. So again, it might not be that exact example, but I really do feel it has got a lot to do with you got differing opinions from somebody you're in a romantic link with her. So that's quite interesting. Remember that you can disagree with your romantic partner. Doesn't mean that you need to split up or anything. It just means that you disagree and you have to respect each other. And again, I feel arguments could be going on because he's not in a good place. I said this for the other sign. He's not in a good place. He's going for a rebirth, dark night of soul. He needs you to hold him in this energy. And I'm saying he because it's a man and a woman on the card. This could go for 2 women, 2 men, whatever situation you're in. Spirit apparently want to give another romantic message there. So let's see what it is. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So again, I feel this is in a twin flame dynamic. Someone is making out like they don't care about you anymore, that they've moved on. It's not the truth. You'll know who that's for, whoever that's for. Again, if you're interested in finding out for your personal situation, you're better booking a call. Only time will tell. But I feel, oh God, I feel you're going to find out very soon, because they're forgiving themselves. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for your life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. They're doing a lot of forgiveness work for themselves, and they're going to be coming forward. Again, that's only going to make sense to who that specific message is for. The general message from spirit loved ones right now, which could have a personal message in it for you. So just pay attention to if it feels like it's coming through from a loved one for you, then it will be. But it's always going to be a personal session where you'd be able to get that. Not always from who you want it from either, but sometimes, in most cases, it is. Right, the message for you, Cancer, is believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. Oh, I'm really, right, obviously I can't say who, but I've just been surrounded with this feeling of warmth. And this card has come up quite a lot when I'm channeling for someone, and it's her parents that actually come through to give her that message. So I'll make sure that I do highlight that for who this is for, but it definitely is. So I know who this is for in this case, but this might be for a few more people than who I'm bringing it through for. But so again, if you really do feel that, it's more about feeling the love and healing coming through from spirit in general, but I'm just saying I can really feel quite a few loved ones coming in to give this message here. I really do feel there's somebody watching this as well as getting annoyed by like hearing loads of seagulls outside their house. It's quite interesting because that's me a lot of the time. Anyway, 28th is important. I feel you've got to look out for the 28th of July being significant for something in your life there, so just look out for that. Could already be you know, a birthday, anniversary, something, but I more feel it could be something moving forward in a relationship. So moving forward could be actually getting together with somebody that's been a long time coming. Moving forward could be, you know, get engaged. I doubt it'll be getting married in this day and age, but you know, getting engaged, maybe babies coming along, pregnancies, new beginnings, house moves where it's allowed, something like that. But it's, yeah, let me know if that's you in the comments. Make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. Again, so, you know, that message coming through from your spirit loved ones in general is, you know, they believe in you and there's a new beginning coming there of sorts. So, or heightened intimacy. Oh, I wanted to say that actually, before I began channeling Cancer, I started getting like uncomfortable feelings in my throat chakra. So I feel there's a lot going around about you speaking your truth. I'm wearing blue too. That's about the throat chakra. And also, as I was saying that there, I could feel a bit of a pain at the front of my heart there, my heart chakra. So I really do feel, you know, you're healing a lot of grief, you're healing a lot of trauma, like I've said not long ago there. So just go easy on yourself when it comes to speaking your truth. You know, you're allowed to take a rest, like I've said with that card, you know, retreat. Because I actually feel, again, like I've channeled for Taurus, I think it was, that, you know, you've got a lot of important work to do in the world, and, you know, it's retreat to restore your energy. Go when you feel like going. That's what I want to say. Your raw and real sweary card is this one because it's stuck to my hands. Wow. Sorry. The messages are just too like, I've not even got words. So I feel that you're going to be speechless about a situation coming true as well. And I really do feel it's something you've wanted to happen for a long time. But you're giving your power away. So just make sure you don't, remember these are for, you know, the coming 2 weeks. So make sure you don't give your power away in situations and you hold on to your power. And I feel it might be like the example I was given about the mask thing. You know, there's things you can do to get around that if you don't believe in that. Just make sure you don't put yourself in situations where you're going to get fined or anything like that. Although I think that's a fucking sin if you ask me. You're a badass, act like it. Again, I really do feel that is like pulled together. So this message is coming up for all the signs. So, and this was behind it. You're going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Wow. But again, within moderation, make sure you socialize when you want to, make sure you treat when you want to, but remember you're a badass, so act like it. I'm going to end that there, Cancer. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Sharing with your friends doesn't even need to be publicly. You can share privately. A lot of the people that tend to tune into me do tend to be very private, but all I would say is if you want me to know that you like this and you want me to keep doing it, I do need to know that people like it to get the motivation to keep going. But, you know, anyway, I'll see you on the next video, Cancer, so look after yourself today. See you later.